Some on this march are strangers. Almost all are foreign au pairs. They have come to support each other and make a stand against exploitation and abuse. We meet Ellie, not her real name. We have disguised her face and changed her voice for legal reasons. She tells us about her previous host family.
The family were very violent. They were violent with me, but violent with each other. I felt really uncomfortable and unsafe. I also did 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. It was too much and I left.
We also spoke to Isabella. Again, we have disguised her identity for legal reasons. She says she worked up to 70 hours a week for just £100.
I started at 7 o'clock. I tidied. I did 3 washing machines. I cried after the first day. My host mom told me to go to my room. She said, "You work for me and you need to do what I want." After a few weeks, I escaped. She was scaring me.
Isabella was homeless in a foreign country, but luckily she was put in touch with Maggie. She runs an au pair agency in Hampstead and found Isabella another host family, but only after she provided a clean criminal record and 2 references, something not required by the current system.
Some of them are working all hours. She said she was working weekends sometimes, frequently, 7 days a week. Au pairs are entitled to 2 completely free days each week. But, you know, they get really bullied by families, some of them. This is unbelievable. You know, they're talking about all the slavery is getting so much publicity at the moment. Some of it's going on with some of these families, the way they're treating au pairs.
The government says if an au pair is a victim of modern slavery, it should be reported to the police. According to government guidelines, au pairs aren't workers and so aren't eligible for minimum wage or paid holiday. They are meant to be treated as a member of the family and given a room and meals. In exchange, they do around 30 hours of light housework and babysitting a week, in return for what's called pocket money of £70 or more a week. But we found online adverts that went beyond the recommended hours. Adverts asking for excessive household tasks and even proxy parenting.
The title of the advert up here is Au Pair Stroke Carer.
Rosie Cox has carried out extensive research. She has been trying to raise awareness about au pair exploitation for over a decade.
I think the government needs to be quite firm about what an au pair is, so that somebody can say, actually 70 hours a week isn't au pairing, I ought to be being paid minimum wage. At the moment, nobody knows where au pairs are. They're not registered in any way. The agencies that place them don't have to be registered. So they're just this unknown population. And I think we need to think about how vulnerable, and this is almost all women we're talking about, it's young women inside people's homes.
Do you want to put a nose in the smelly face?
Not every single au pair we met had a negative story. Anna is Spanish and looks after Isabel and Rufus in Nunhead.
For me, from the first minute that I arrived here, I feel like a member of the family. I always have the weekends off, so I have a lot of time to know London, and for me it's amazing living here. It's lucky.
Anna's host family work long hours. They are one of many families across London who rely on au pairs to help with childcare.
His name is Rat.
But experts warn without tighter rules, au pairs are left open to exploitation, with few people to turn to. Alpa Patel, BBC London News.